A new season has dawned for the Temple University ice hockey team, a season that is full of potential for the young Owls. In their season opener 2 weeks ago at Millersville, a poor start generated a great ending as Temple came back from 3-1 down to win off of the stick of Joey Powell in overtime. Tonight, the Owls open their 2-game homestand with a first ever meeting between Temple and SUNY Cortland. Will the Owls find what is needed to start this season with a 2-0?
Event tonight. I'm also joined on the color commentary side by Dan Connor. Dan, we had technical difficulties. Right now, it's a 1-1 period, and it's but thankfully, we are all good to go. Arthur Hayes is the goaltender right now. Red Dragons. So it's your goaltending matchup. Arthur Hayes, last season 5-4-0, had an 8.5 coming off the got Joey Powell in the face-off top. Joey Powell, a great the Owls to over and come back. Fortunate that it did.
Left in the second period. Start for Temple in this part. After the goal here in the second period. Powell is in the circle for the Temple Owls job. And the pass is around the net. Push back into the corner, and I'm looking for help. In the far corner. I can get out in front for his travel across the side. Nice. I'm in front of Rice and we'll push back into the
Hello and welcome back. Finally, we are live and we have audio, and you're watching. Hopefully you have been. You haven't been listening to the voices of myself, Dylan Coyle. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster for the remainder of this game. We have around 5 minutes left. It's a 1-1 score with Temple Owls playing at home against SUNY Cortland. They came all the way from New York to come for this first game of their season, second game of the Owls season. Joined alongside Dan Connard. And Dan, we finally, I'm almost positive we're live. The audio's working. But there's only 5 minutes left in the second period. But you didn't really miss much. There is a 22-21 shot advantage for SUNY Cortland. It's still a 1-1 score. Dan, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm frazzled. I was running around. I was in the server room. But we're all good. We are all finally good. Cortland, here we go. It's Bordeaux. Bordeaux trying to dipsy duo his way in, is not able to work. The starting goaltenders for today's game. You've got the Temple Owls playing against SUNY Cortland, and Ben Auerbach is in goal. It looks like a penalty shot will be called. Joey Powell, they might just call it a hook, and that's what they're going to do. 2 minutes to the box. The Owls will be going on to the power play. Now, the starting goaltenders. Ben Auerbach is in net for the Temple Owls. Auerbach last season was .414-0, but he did have a .916 save percentage, so a good job by him to keep the Owls in a lot of the games that he was in. He is playing against Hayes, Arthur Hayes from SUNY Cortland. With the team, the Red Dragons last year, Hayes was 5-4-0 with an .885 save percentage in 11 games last season. Owls are on the power play to win the faceoff back. Dumbach gets it. Dumbach, the club president and captain of this team. He's in his senior year. Tried to retrieve the puck, but Auerbach plays around the net. Remember, it's an NHL regulation rink, but the trapezoid zone does not come into effect. Dumbach trying to ring it around. Moving on the left side, had a SUNY Cortland player coming at him. Nick Van Allen over across, trying to find Brendan Murray. It doesn't go to him, however. Trying to clear it, it's Lankdo, and he does. Kyle Lankdo of SUNY Cortland. Behind the net, it's Powell again. Powell last week had a fantastic game 2 weeks ago. 4-point night for him. Dumbach moves on in. Dumbach with a shot trying to go through the legs of Lankdo. It did not work, however. Dumbach. Charles Giazza with a shot, and it goes into the padding of Hayes, and play is stopped. 1 minute, 4 seconds left on this Temple Owls advantage. Now, we haven't had a chance to take a breather. We'll have to take everyone through a story. Dan, what was your experience of coming here? No internet. You were just kind of like standing there for moral support, and I appreciate that.
It was rough, but we get back on soon, and we did, so.
We got it back on. Dumbach trying to go deflection, almost made it work. Devlin back up to Dumbach, plays it off the boards. Getting back to Trevs. Trevs moving to the left side at the point. Skates backwards. Bordeaux, the captain of the Red Dragons, made him go back. Back up to Trevs. Ryan Trevs, an officer for Temple Hockey. Just a wrist shot, trying to get a deflection. It pops up. It's still loose in the crease. Still loose, however. Referee blows it dead. And it looks like it got caught into the padding of Arthur Hayes. So craziness right in front of the net.
Definitely this Temple team early in the first period having a little bit of trouble with their paces, but after the goal in the second, definitely having the momentum going. And Auerbach doing a great job to keep this at a 1-1 game.
Absolutely. So far he has 21 saves tonight. Arthur Hayes has 25 saves. So throughout 2 games, we're almost done the second period here in the start of our broadcast, believe it or not. We have Ben Auerbach playing out of his mind. He had around 40 saves in the previous game. Now has 21 tonight. Dumbach gets it back, skates into the middle of the point. Trying to go down low, could not reach him. There's a few players without numbers on the back of their jerseys, but it's Eric DiPertoro. DiPertoro, Dumbach, top of the circle, rips his shot, goes past the glove of Hayes. On the left side, back up to the point, Trevs sauced it. Dumbach moving in low, Dumbach moving in, trying to get it a pass to DiPertoro, and is not able to do so. Now here comes SUNY Cortland the other way. Bordeaux trying to dipsy do it. Almost is able to move into the right side, but he gets sticked away. A few Owls came back checking, and Trevs trying to feed it out. Unable to do it. Board play going on. Treves fishes it free, and behind Auerbach he goes, waiting for his players to get set. 2:18 left in this second period of play. Thank you for joining us. We've had some technical issues. Giazza with a shot, ripped it over the glove side of Hayes. Popped out into the middle. A backhand sauce pass. It's a good one. Here comes the Red Dragons the other way. Trying to move on in. It's loose in the crease. And Auerbach was reaching for it. Tyler Tranquil of the Red Dragons almost got free there. Having to catch back onside, able to do so. Puck sent all the way around the boards. Auerbach watches it from his right blocker side to his left glove side. Puck comes out of the zone. It's Nick Van Allen trying to work it free. And it's Dumbach now. Dumbach trying to fish it through, dangerously going laterally across the neutral zone. It's Treves trying to fish it in, not able to do so. Giazza takes it in the neutral zone. Giazza with the shot, a good block right there by the defenseman of SUNY Cortland, Kyle Canny. And here he comes the other way. It's Colby McCall. McCall going on in, trying to get a shot off. He was pestered there. Another try right in the slot, not able to do so. And Nick Van Allen now. Van Allen off the skate of Charles Giazza. It's going to go all the way down. The refs wave off icing, however. And that puck did touch the netting as a clear was being made by Kyle Canny. 1:01 left. Face off to come. So, we have to give a few shout-outs so far. I mean, we were not able to do so in the beginning of this broadcast on camera. We've got Christian Case, my roommate. Good job by Christian. We got Dan Connard, color commentary. Of course, our director, Emily Kovac. Myself, Dylan Coyle. Also have to thank Josh Kinsey, a DJ from my hometown of Oxford, PA, for the wonderful theme, one of the segments of the intro to this broadcast. Now, going back to that hometown feel, we also have a broadcast partner, me. I am from Oxford. Josh is with Oxford. But Jared Giovann is also from Oxford Area High School. So there's definitely an Oxford connection with this Temple hockey team. That puck went out of play. And apologies for having some dry spurts here, just trying to get everything under wraps. Ferguson, the oldest player of the Temple Owls, trying to fish it through. It's in the crease, and it's shot in. And he scores. Is it Jared Giovann? I don't believe so. There's no numbers on anybody's jersey that was out on that line. I'm just frazzled right now, ladies and gentlemen. Dan, you can tell.
Temple doing a great job there. Cortland forcing 2 great turnovers early and having themselves a chance, but Temple staying with it, keeping their momentum going, and able to score that one to make it a 2-1 game with just 49 seconds left.
It's 2-1 now, and the Temple Owls, with 45 seconds left in this second period of play, have taken the lead. They were down 1-0. Maybe it's going to turn out to be a comeback situation again, and they would win from it. Icing called here. Apologies for that broadcast call. It is difficult with some of the players without numbers on the back of their jersey, and it does turn out to be around, 3 players in the crease without numbers on the back of their jersey. It can be difficult to tell. 41 seconds left. Face off to the left of Auerbach. Joey Powell trying to fish it out. Was flat-footed there. Going the other way. The Owls have it. Sauce into the middle. It's still loose behind the net, trying to find options. There's a pass. What a save by Hayes. Joey Powell was in the middle of the net, in the slot, and Hayes came over with the glove and snagged it out of midair. That was a great save right there.
Great save, great hand-eye coordination, having to go from one side of the ice to the other with a number of different Temple players behind the net controlling the puck.
Face off to the left of Hayes. It's one back by the Owls. There's a shot. High shot goes off the chest of Hayes. Trying to clear it in the neutral zone. The Owls do get it back. It's over the outstretched glove hands of a SUNY Cortland player. Trying to play a little catch. That was Carpoletti right there, the defenseman. 7 points in 24 games last year for him. The Owls still have it, though. A weak flutter shot. 6 seconds left in this one. From the left side, another try at deflection. Powell went off the blade. And another try, a weak one, and that's the end of the period. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will go into a little bit of an intermission break. We will be right back. We're good. And hello and welcome back to the third period of play. The Owls have a 2-1 lead. If you're just joining us, well, you're probably like everybody else who is watching this broadcast because we were not able to get it up until there was around 5 to 10 minutes left in the second period of play. There were technical difficulties on the networking side here at the Northeast Skate Zone and our setup. Everything is good to go now. We should not have really any issues as the season progresses. My name is Dylan Coyle. I will be your play-by-play broadcaster for this third period. And, of course, I'm joined by Dan Connor. Dan, how are you?
Great.
That's beautiful. So it's a 2-1 score right now, 19:48 left in the second period. Again, Ben Auerbach so far in this game, 23 saves. Arthur Hayes from SUNY Cortland has 30, or 29, excuse me. So it's a battle between two teams in two different divisions. In the ACHA, the Owls play in the ECHA, while the Red Dragons play in the NECHL. That's more of a northern conference. They're coming from New York. Along with that, this is SUNY Cortland's first game of the year. Temple has had a game against Millersville. They won that in a comeback fashion. They were losing 4-3, or 3-1, and they won 4-3, excuse me. As you can tell, I'm a little frazzled. I've said that a few times in the broadcast, but running around getting all this stuff. But we're back going. Canny trying a shot, a left pad save by Auerbach. Trying to fish it out, but it's taken away again by Kyle Canny, a defenseman of SUNY Cortland. Canny trying to find an option, could not find Matt Conroy, and it's fished out. Bordeaux and Dumbach are in a race, the two captains of either team. SUNY Cortland, two players at the boards, fishes it into the behind the net. Big check laid on right there by Matt Conroy. Owls trying to move it up. Able to do so, but just briefly. Trying to fish it through. The Owls get it in. Another good pad save. It just rolled in and hit the left pad. He didn't even know it was coming there. The Owls going again. There's a few players without numbers on their jerseys. It's a bit difficult to call at times, but nonetheless. Stick comes loose from Bordeaux, and Joey Powell has it. Powell, 4 points through one game so far. Ryan Treves. Treves on the left side. Skates backwards. Looks for an option. Behind the net, trying to find someone. DiPertoro now, still working. Goes behind the net. Back up to the points. Ryan Treves, left side. Thinking about the shot, spins, gets it back down low. Working his way into the middle, into the slot. Still has it. A shot, it was rising. Powell was in front waiting for a rebound, but Hayes snagged it and wouldn't let go of it. So we have Nick Van Allen, Charles Giazza, Brendan Murray all coming out. And this Temple Owls team is a team that is very young. In fact, 12 of their roster of 25, 12 players are first-year players. An incredible mark. Jason Ferguson with a shot. There's another shot. Big blocker save on the quick rebound attempt by Nick Van Allen. Van Allen on his knee, tried to fish it up high, but Hayes met him and gave him the answer. Now, Jason Ferguson, it's a pretty interesting story with him. He's 28 years old. 28 years old, and he's playing in the ECHA. When you have players who were born in June of 1999 playing on this team, it sure makes for an interesting impact. In fact, you don't really have anyone over the age of 22 except for him. It's fed out all the way on the Auerbach. Auerbach had players crashing in from SUNY Cortland. He had to just cover it up with the glove. And face-off will be held in the Owls' defensive zone. To the right side of Auerbach. In the face-off dot, it's Mundweiler. SUNY Cortland still has it. McCall trying to go behind the net. McCall waits, trying to find Mundweiler, could not do so. Carpoletti now. Carpoletti still trying to spin away with it. Murray trying to put a stick in there, is not able to do so. Timmy Naval back to Ryan Dumbach. These two are playing on the same defensive line. Dumbach, captain of the team, club president. Led the team in points last year, but it's going to be a rush the other way. The Red Dragons have an opportunity. It goes through and behind the net. Dumbach cannot get the puck away. SUNY Cortland gets it back up. Langton with a shot. There's a deflection, and good play by Auerbach to stick it away before anyone, especially Tranquil in front, could get to it. That could have been a sure goal, but it turns out it was not going to be. And falling down there is a Red Dragon. It's Giazza. Giazza trying to move on in. Great stick there by Kyle Lankto. The active stick got him going the other way. And it's McCall just chipping it. And it goes over the stick of Ryan Treves, another defenseman, another officer for the Temple Owls. A dangerous pass. It gets to Charles Giazza. Giazza just floats it in on the backhand. Forces Hayes to cover it up as Dumbach was crashing in. Of a 16:41 left there, it will be an Owls offensive zone face-off. So Dana, looks definitely like SUNY Cortland is coming into this third period trying to get back into this game.
They definitely come out slow in the third period, and the Owls have to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
They have to get the pucks on net and take advantage of their mistakes, because Cortland will find a rhythm at some point in the third period and begin to put
Puck behind the net.
pressure on.
Giovanni trying to find an option there. Cannot do so. Treves floats it behind. It's for Hayes to just stick it. And here comes SUNY Cortland trying a breakout. Good play right there, however. The Owls trying to go aggressive on the forecheck. That was Reed Betzker who almost got it away. The Owls working it behind the net. Give it away, though. Dangerously behind the net. Back out to the point. It's Tanner. Casey Tanner cannot do anything about it. And it's another going the other way. It's Jared Giovanni going there. Giovanni, freshman this year, chasing the puck, is unable to do so. He gets the puck again and just floats it back, goes out for a change, and we're going to have a full forward change right here. SUNY Cortland definitely looks like they're coming out into this third period with some momentum. They didn't have any at the end of the second period, especially with the Owls coming back 2-1. A few good defensive plays by the Red Dragons so far, and it's helped them quell any offensive opportunity that the Owls seem to have had. Powell, good backhand, gets it into the middle of the ice. Racing down, the Owls are. Shot blocked away. Into the corner, trying to send it out front, cannot do so. It's taken away, however. Powell looks to the right, back into the slot. Could not get a good shot off right there in the middle. And it's back to the Red Dragons just dumping it in. Cavaliers there. Cavalier lost the puck, however. Racing on in. Able to take it away. Jake Manent. Now it's behind the net. It's Conroy. Conroy trying to fish it out. He's done a lot of good things behind that Temple net so far in this game. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how that develops so far. Over across. It's Conroy. Matt Conroy just setting it in, trying to chase after it. And it goes all the way to Auerbach, and have caught a seam. Auerbach had to glove it and cover it up. 15:36 left in this third period of play. 36 shots for the home team, the Temple Owls. 26 for SUNY Cortland. Of course, this is the home debut of head coach for the Temple Owls, Mark Spiess. This is Spiess' first season as an ACHA head coach. He coached a lot of AAA and AA hockey in the Lehigh Valley region, and in 15 years of coaching, he's never had a losing season. So it's definitely something you don't want to see from them today. He actually played collegiate hockey in the late 80s for Union College and the University of Michigan. Just an incredible stat line that he has. He was drafted in the NAHL. He was drafted in the OHL. So definitely bringing some experience. He has demanded a lot more than this team has ever had. And according to Ryan Dumbach, this team has more chemistry than they've had in a very, very long time. Red Dragons trying to move it out. They float it into center ice. Coming the other way, it's Quinn Armstrong. Taken away, however, Nick Van Allen over the red line near center ice. Trying to get over the blue line. He's cut off, though. The Red Dragons going the other way. Dumbach checks him off the puck. That was Quinn Armstrong again, trying to make a move of it. Is unable to do so. Brennan Murray's trying to chase after it. Icing was waved off. It's Murray. It's Creddy. Tate Creddy, the defenseman for SUNY Cortland. Still moving around with it. Murray's giving him everything he has. Protecting it up against the net. Or against the boards, excuse me. Trying to keep it moving. Giazza came down to help, and Giazza just backhands it to nobody behind the net. And now the chase is on. Dumbach takes it away. Dumbach with a quick shot. It looked like it fooled Hayes. An active stick there keeps it in the offensive favor of the Owls. Giazza working for it. Is able to keep it into the zone. And it's gone the other way into the corner. Tate Creddy's over there. Creddy taking it away. But it's gotten back, however. trying to move into the middle to Patrick Devlin. Devlin couldn't get to it. Naval just sends it down deeper to Patrick Devlin. Devlin, Dumbach's open for the shot. He goes off the board to Dumbach. Dumbach loses a little bit of control, has to panic a little bit, and sauces it over the stick of Devlin. In the corner boards, Creddy over it. Good play right there. Red Dragons were able to keep it from getting into an Owls possession, but it's still in the offensive zone for Temple. Has not come out yet. Dumbach trying to keep it in, is able to do so. Uses the backhand to keep it in, but not for much longer. SUNY Cortland is able to get a change real quick, but they are all going off, and they're going to have to be quick here if the Owls want to have an offensive opportunity. Sending it back in, it's right on net, and Arthur Hayes will cover it up. 13:20 left in this period, and the Owls really had a lot of offensive zone time right there.
They did. They have a lot of offensive zone time. They're doing a great job this third period of keeping Cortland out of their zone, as they only have 2 shots on goal, Cortland, so far in this third period.
Face off to the left of Hayes. All 5 players were in a linear position off this face-off for the Red Dragons, but it's won back by the Owls. Trying for a deflection try, it does not work, however. It's going the other way. SUNY Cortland trying to fish it out of the stakes of John Dern. Dern, another new player on this team, just backhands it further into SUNY Cortland territory. And a little sloppy right there. Dern's over to get it. And he almost can keep it for an offensive zone opportunity. He does. He gloves it down. And Max Lattin cannot do anything. A defenseman for SUNY Cortland. Trying to get it back into the middle. Swatted away. And now the Red Dragons will take it out. It's Tranquil. Gets it across. Munwheeler trying a sauce pass back to him in the middle. It was Colby McCall pinching, was unable to do so. Good play now. Tranquil trying to fish it free, is not able to do so. Does poke at it, however. And a shot that was a clear went into the Temple bench. Look out. Well, you know, Dan, you were talking about where we're situated. Our camera view right now is exactly where we are if we want to get a little look at us. A little look at us right now, Christian. Like, look at me. I'm trying to get him to do it. Now the action's on. The action's on. We can't look at myself now. I just wanted to see me, but listen, it's okay. But we're right from that camera angle. So if a puck comes up here, it's okay. We won't die, but we might get seriously injured. It's all right, though. It's hockey. Supposed to play a little tougher. Racing down the right side. The Owls trying to get into it. Oh, good play. Almost got free in the slot, unable to do so. Lankto, however, has a man breaking. It's Travis Hyde. Travis Hyde cuts to the left. Hyde on his forehand, trying to put a backhand on it. Joey Powell gets it out. It's kept in the zone, however. The Owls almost got it back into the defensive zone, but they still have it. They lose it, though, and SUNY Cortland will try to fish it out. In the center ice territory, it's Ferguson now. Ferguson sends it right on goal, right into the chest protector of Arthur Hayes. And lazy play right there gets it back into an offensive possession of the Temple Owls. Brendan Murray just sending it down deeper. Murray still forechecking right there, however. Connor Wilson having a lot of issues with keeping it, but he does a good job there to get it to Quinn LaRocque. And LaRocque and Connor Wilson just played it off to himself from the back of the net. Great offensive, defensive play right there. Still having issues getting out of the zone, and he finally does. Great forechecking by the Owls in this game. SUNY Cortland does have it, however. And it's over across. Michael Gioa trying to send it back, does not work. Gioa last season, 14 points in 24 games. See if he can continue his offensive prowess right now. Delayed offsides being called by the referee. Still a lot of work going on in the bench areas. And Timmy Nabel fishes it to Dumbach. Dumbach swats it off the boards. But a good play right there. Bardot trying to reach it. Bardot. Big guy right there, but Bardot does have a lot of points throughout his entire career. 30 points in 25 games last season. In this season, in his career, 69 points in 51 games. And Bardot on the left side trying to move on in. Bardot trying to send it in. And Auerbach's able to get it, and there's some shoving in front of the net. Devlin's involved with it. Matt Conroy's involved with it. Conroy, 13 points in 24 games last season. So the Owls last season in ECHA play were 2-10. Again, these games, although it does count for an overall record, when it comes to taking in ACHA playoff rankings and championship rankings within your own league, it doesn't really matter. All that completely matters is your conference standings. So while this isn't the biggest of games, it still almost can work as a warm-up, a tune-up for coming games in the conference schedule, Dan.
Definitely could. You have to take advantage of every opportunity you can and play best game possible and make sure come conference time you're ready to go.
And there's 7 teams in the ECHA. They actually finished 6th last year, and 6th place is the final spot to get you into the ECHA tournament. So they did make the playoffs, just barely, even though they had 2 wins, but they made it. They have looked so much sharper than probably you could say about the Owls at any point last year. I mean, 12 new players is just good, I guess. You can have a team who is just not playing well, and then you have these new players, fresh faces, fresh legs out on the ice, build new chemistry, a new coach. I mean, this could be a really good year for the Owls. Bardot still fighting through some checks as he gets into the corner to the right side of Auerbach. The Red Dragons still have it. Good play right there. Carpoletti cannot move it in front. And it's a race for the puck. Luke Prochowski. And Prochowski cannot get to it. Icing is called. 9:14 left to play in this game. We're halfway through the final period of regulation. And the Owls were losing 1-0 early. Were able to score 2 goals to bring it back to 2-1. Come back possibly. Giovanni was wondering if he should have gone off there. Naval sends it around. It's taken up, however. Trenkel sending it in deeper, cannot get to Kobe McCall. McCall does get it behind the net. McCall always great behind the net. Dumbach got it from another Owl player. Dumbach cuts back to his left and trying to move it out in the breakout. Saucer pass off the edge of the stick of Jared Giovanni. He's forechecking. Lankto gets it on the right side. Swung around to get it. Lankto, backhand saucer pass with some speed. Here come the Red Dragons. McCall now. McCall sends it in on net. And Auerbach is able to cover it up, and the whistle is blown. SUNY Cortland all of a sudden looking extremely dangerous.
Cortland obviously didn't come into this third period with much momentum, but Temple rushing some plays and allowing Cortland to get back into a groove. And it's really shown this past minute and a half.
Mumwheeler lost the face-off. It was Charles Giazza of the Owls who won it. Puck is still in play. It popped up very high in the air, and Giazza, it's a 2-on-1. Giazza shot, score! It's Charles Giazza, and the Owls take a 3-1 lead. What a play! Giazza, the puck popped all the way up in the air, brought it back down to himself, and on the 2-on-1, he had Reed Betzger. He got it by blocker side of Arthur Hayes, and the Owls, 3-1 is the score. Great offensive play right there. And after he got dumped, but it doesn't matter. He still got the goal.
Great offensive play, and nice. We talked, Temple was rushing some plays, but they were calm there and able to collect the puck and get themselves a goal.
With 8:23 remaining in this game, the Owls have a 3-1 lead. It's all in their favor. My oh my, wouldn't it be great to start with a 2-0 record? Hayes behind the net. It's Tate Creddy now with it. Creddy waiting for some players to get themselves situated. It was Connor Wilson and Michael Gioa trying to figure it out, but it doesn't matter. The Owls backed in the other way, and he scores! The Owls take a 4-1 lead. With no name on the back of the jersey, we're unable to see exactly who scored, but it doesn't matter. The Owls up by 3. This is a great goal song, by the way. It's what the Buffalo Sabres use. Not really much to talk about when we don't know the name or a number of a certain player. Trying to figure it out. Just can't do it, but a timeout is called by SUNY Cortland, 7:55 left in this third period of play. It says second period
all on the scoreboard. It's not. It's lying to you. It's the third period. It is tough when there's really no names and numbers on the back of the jerseys.
Definitely is tough, and we see SUNY Cortland now how the tables have turned.
Up 1-0, and you were saying that they really did not come out with anything in that second period.
Not at all. I mean, and then you come into the third and fail to get momentum going early on. The Temple taking advantage of it these past few minutes. They came out slow with some sloppy plays, but Cortland keeping their head down and forcing passes that they really should not have made in Temple, taking a great advantage of that.
Yeah, Michael Gioa and Connor Wilson, 2 players for the Red Dragons, seemed to just lose communication there, and all of a sudden it went the other way. Bad defensive zone turnover for SUNY Cortland right there, but nonetheless, it is still 4-1, and the Owls have a dominating lead all of a sudden. Got to give it up, though, to Charles Giazza. If it's not for his goal, this game is still a 1-goal game. And SUNY Cortland, they just got brought back together. Let's see what they're able to do coming out of this timeout. There's still time, minimal time, however. And it looks like, if we're confirming it here, it was Brendan Ondick who scored. Ondick had 2 points in the first game of the season against Millersville, a goal and an assist. So a great look for him there. Cortland trying to move it up. Drew Bardeau, you knew he was going to be out there. Good play there to just chip it off the boards, and Joey Powell on the left wing side. Powell thinking about going into the middle of the zone. Cannot get it there. Carpoletti did a good job of cutting him off. Taken away again. Unable to do anything with the puck right now. They can't seem to get it out of their defensive zone. Eric DiPerturo right now is having a great game. It's Bardeau. Drew Bardeau trying to cut it back onto the backhand side. 3 Owls were right there to cut him off, though. DiPerturo trying to get it to Joey Powell. Swung back around by defenseman Quinn LaRock for SUNY Cortland. And they're going back the other way. It's Kyle Lenkto. Lenkto, just a slap shot, blocked away to the right side of Auerbach. Coming on in, it's Connor Wilson. Charles Giazza. Giazza sends it off the boards over a stick of a SUNY Cortland player. He retrieves it, and it's Lenkto. Bordeaux just sends it back into the zone off the boards to the left side of Auerbach with a lot of speed. Dumbach picks it over the middle. Ryan Dumbach, he has an idea in mind. Still moving with the puck on the left wing side. Dumbach with a lot of speed, gets it to the middle. Brendan Murray was there, but it was sticked away by a great defensive stick of Michael Gioa. Red Dragons sending it around behind the net. Connor Wilson. Wilson sends it back to Quinn LaRock. SUNY Cortland just seems to be very slow in the breakout and very, very lazy. Pass almost got to Giazza of Temple right there. I mean, they just can't seem to get it out of their defensive zone smoothly at all. Everything is a little dangerous. They get it out, though, and it's an offensive zone attempt. Below the net, Travis Hyde. Hyde, second on the team with 23 points and 13 goals last year for SUNY Cortland. Bucka swatted all the way back into the zone. Wilson of the Red Dragons has to come back out. Of course, Travis Hyde played 2 seasons in NA3 EHL with the Syracuse Stampede and the Northeast Generals. So we see he has some pretty high-level experience coming here. Down is trying to do a short side shot, unable to do so. Behind the net, the Owls trying to get it to another player. But it's Tate Creddy now. Creddy, SUNY Cortland gets it across. Sent back into the other zone. It's going to be a race to the puck. It's Travis Hyde now. Hyde, Devlin was on him. Did a good job of keeping him away. Hit a part of the glass, the boards it hit, the ledge, and it stayed into the zone, but just momentarily. An attempt by Brachowski to get it deeper into the zone did not work, and Reed Betzker was there to keep him honest. Slap shot from all the way out in the neutral zone. Goes right into the blocker, or the chest protector of Hayes, and it's covered up. 4:44 left. The Owls have a commanding 4-1 lead. .41 shots in this game. There was a time that they were severely outnumbered in the shots department, but they're able to come back now.
Puck sent around to the right of Hayes. In the corner boards, swinging back to it. Beneath the goal line. It's Max Lattin. Taken away. Good play there to keep it in by John Dern. Hayes now. Lattin trying to get it up for the Red Dragons in the middle of his defensive zone. A pass goes all the way down. Referees call off icing. Sent around. Good forecheck there by SUNY Cortland. And Kyle Lankto is going to be the first one to get to here. Giovanni on him. Can't do anything about it, however. It's now Travis Trankel. Trankel below the net. Trying to fish it out in front. It's in the slot. And it's saved by the left pad of Auerbach, and he covers him up. His pad was against the post, and he slid across as a few players came crashing in from behind the net. And the Owls still up by 3 with under 4 minutes left. It's 11:43 p.m. Thank you for joining us. My name is Dylan Coyle alongside Dan Connard. Technical difficulties restricted us from getting this entire game in. Shouldn't have many issues with it as the season goes on. Bardreau now. Bardot still has it off the crossbar. Drew Bardot was able to use a toe drag maneuver, and his shot was just whipped off the crossbar and out of play. Redo. Face off to the right of Auerbach. The Owls win it. Naval swings it back around for DiPerturo. DiPerturo off his stick to Ryan Dumbach as the Red Dragons cleared it back in. Dumbach now behind the net, swings to his left at the half boards. It's across from the stick of Joey Powell, and it's sent in on goal to Ben Auerbach. Dumbach, no one there. Icing will be called from this. 3:36 to go, 3:35 at the whistle. So the same people will be out here for the Owls. DiPerturo, Joey Powell. We also have Timmy Naval. The guy without identification on his jersey. Quick shot off the face-off caught Auerbach by surprise a little bit, but he's able to keep it with the left pad. Dumbach coming together with a Red Dragon behind the net. It's Connor Wilson and Dumbach trading blows there. Referee coming over to them to tell them to get moving with the game. They're meeting still behind the net. Sent back into the middle, almost got away with it, but it's Timmy Naval now. Naval with a lot of speed over the blue line, but it's offsides. He held up just a little bit. The man on the right side for the Owls was in over the line just a little bit too early. And the shot is blocked. Nick Van Allen, penalty coming up when it looks like he was kneed right there. Van Allen is having issues coming to blows with this. Van Allen still on the ice. Trainers coming out. And that did not look that good.
That's definitely not something you want to see late in this game.
Not at all.
Cortland getting a little anxious. They're down 4-1 and a little more aggressive as the game continues on.
It's not something you want to see. Not at all. And Nick Van Allen, he cannot move. He was kneed. 2-minute penalty. Carpoletti is going off.
It'll be interesting for Temple if the full length of the power play will go. Taylor just about to.
Hopefully for the Owls, they're able to capitalize without having to worry about that. They still have some time here to put another one up on the board. It's pretty much in their hands at this point. And we're back live. There we go. Beautiful. So with 1:57 left in this game, with technical difficulties riddled throughout, shouldn't be like this for the remainder of the year. First game, first, work that has to be done with it. We will be live tomorrow around 4:50. The Owls play host again. Puck shot down. Auerbach is there. And Dumbach behind the net. Still waiting there. Conroy was watching him the entire time. Devlin off a skate. It does get to a player, however. That's Jack Pierce. Pierce on the right side. Fishing it back up to Devlin. Unable to do so. It's spun out to Conroy. Wilson chasing after it. It's Ryan Treves now. Treves trying to find an option right there. It looks like icing will be called with 1 minute, 3 seconds left in this game. So a dominating effort for the Temple Owls. They were down 1-0 earlier, and they were able to come back and just score 4 unanswered goals. Face off to the right of Auerbach. Devlin in there. Mundweiler is in there for SUNY Cortland. It's one back by Devlin. Mundweiler fell after the face-off. Treves gives it off. It's Ryan Dumbach. And with 54 seconds left in this game, the Owls and their fans will go home happy tonight. They're going to start this season 2-0. Stark contrast to the season they had last year. Devlin off the boards to himself, going to chase it. And just a dominating effort. It's Ryan Treves. Treves to Devlin. Patrick Devlin couldn't do anything with it. Behind the net, looking for an option. Back out to the point. It's Ryan Treves. Treves to Dumbach. Ryan Dumbach has a lane closed, though. Devlin now, 15 seconds left in this one. It's coming out to the slot. The goaltender, Arthur Hayes, is not able to get to it. 10 seconds left now. Behind the net, there's some action going on now. It looks like Jack Pierce and Tate Creddy are going at it. Drew Bordeaux comes over, gives him a shove, and that's frustration showing there from SUNY Cortland for 4.5 seconds left in this game. The Owls will go to 2-0 with, if this score holds up, a 4-1 victory. And Pierce is sent off. Second-year player. Last year, he had 1 point in 8 games. So is Pierce going back off the ice to the locker room. This face-off will be to the left of Hayes. Still enough time to get something going here. With the effect being very minimal at this point. 2 2-minute penalties being handed out to the Owls. And it's going to be a 4-on-4. This face-off actually will come out to the neutral zone. Devlin to take it. And this season for the Temple Owls and this first home game will end with a win and a 2-0 record. The Owls get their second win of the season against SUNY Cortland. And after their win against Millersville, it's definitely going to be a bunch of happy players. With 12 first-year players, a new coaching staff entirely, this season could be one of great fortune for the Temple University Ice Hockey Club. Charles Giazza's goal in the third period was the one that blew it wide open. Went from a tight 2-1 contest to 3-1. Temple was able to score with Brendan Ondick right afterwards to make it 4-1. With a lot of tech issues, we got this game going. You have to look at the silver lining with that. We will be back tomorrow course, Temple University does play host to the ACHA team for Robert Morris University, RMU. And we will be live as well, gnghockey.com. You can go there, Temple Hockey. In the drop-down menu, it will be a button for live broadcasts. Push that, you'll get to the live stream schedule. The Owls win this game 4-1. They move to a 2-0 record. And I think for this interesting broadcast, we'll just have to about do it. So, for myself, I'm Dylan Coyle, Dan Connard, cameraman, Christian Case, just gave us a little bit of a wave. Emily Kovac, our Director of Communications. Thank you for watching an interesting broadcast. The Temple Owls win this one by a score of 4-1. Good night and good hockey.